Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Live. It is the homemade broadcast. It is episode 515. My name's Will Kuntz. This is Anna Hummel.
Hello. Thank you for having me. It's good to be here today.
It is good to be here any day. I get to spend a little time with you. That's nice. This is our weekly Wednesday meetup here.
Weekly checkup, sort of?
The weekly, that's right. Our weekly checkup. Yes. Maybe we should rename the show to Our Weekly Checkup instead
of
that. Checkup. That's what I'll call this episode. It's done already. Out of the book. Sometimes I have to sit and think of a title for these, and sometimes it takes me a little longer, and then I just settle on something stupid. Sometimes they're really good, and then I think this one's really good. So thank you, Anna.
Yeah,
and hello, Joe is already here, and he's God blessing everybody, and we appreciate that. He's here every Wednesday, and we like that.
Joe is making Anna art today and sent it to me. Is that weird?
What is it made out of? Is this one of those paintings where it's made out of his fluids, his own fluids?
No, it was a very already flattering photo of me, and then he decided to make it like meta. I don't know. Can you see?
Yeah. Cool.
A little sepia, a little pop of color.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't see this and think of Schindler's List, but I do.
Yeah, because of the red.
What I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. It's because of the red that you're wearing. Yeah.
The red dress, the girl wearing the red dress. I think the whole film or most of the film was in black and white. Then you see a girl wearing a red dress. And then at some point later in the film, maybe an hour later, kind of obviously very more morbid, but you see a pile of bodies in black and white, but there's a pop of red. And it's not even like spoiler alert, 6 million Jews died.
What the heck?
But what was so interesting about that is it wasn't even the focus of the scene. Like it's a background. Do you know what I mean? It's like in the background, you see like a wheelbarrow and then there's like a pop of color. It was disturbing. But anyways, back to Happy Days.
Yeah, right. You know, I've never seen that movie.
Really?
I guess I should.
It'll mess you up. That one messed me up. And then I don't know if you ever saw Apocalypse Now.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Apocalypse. I actually watched that semi recently.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought about that movie for like 2 weeks. Every day I woke up. I'm like, this ain't right. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yeah, what do they mean by that? Yeah, it was good times. This is the homemade broadcast again, and perhaps you're listening Wednesdays here on Livestream like Joe, like Jeremy, like the Fat Pig, some of the other people that join us on Wednesdays, and we appreciate that. 6 p.m. live at willsyoutube.com. Podcast and the Livestream replay go up at midnight on YouTube. And obviously, wherever you get your podcast from, HMBradio there. I'd encourage you to please go to both. Give them 5-star ratings. Give it a thumbs up. You know, every YouTube video tells you to do that, but it really does help. So I appreciate you doing that. I injured myself. I've talked about my weight with you and how it's continued to go up. And I went to go see the doctor a few weeks ago, and he wants to put me on a drug for my weight. Now, I've taken the drug for my
or whatever you were taking before.
Phentermine I took for like 3 months or something.
Phentermine with
Phentermine. It's just Adderall. It's a amphetamine.
pH, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's just an amphetamine that is around, and it makes you not eat because you're stoned. Is essentially what happens. And I took that for a while, and he goes, I went to go see him because I'm pretty sure I just have hives from my nerves. But I was like, I need to go get this checked out. I need to go get some sort of biopsy done. So he took a little biopsy of my skin, sent it away. And then he goes, I go, let me, out of curiosity, I haven't stepped on a scale in very many months. Let me just step on a scale.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold
on. Before you do that, this is great advice. Sage advice here from one Mosh Gelton. Eat less and exercise. I'd never thought of that. He's
not wrong.
Why doesn't everybody do this? This is the key. Eat less and exercise is better.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sage words there.
Thank you, Mosh. a true radio talent. So thank you very much.
That's right. We have some guesses. Joe says 252. Now he's saying 242.
It was a fat finger slip. I'm going to say 248.
That's being very generous. 266. Yeah. Not good.
Is that a PR?
No, yeah, I think it is actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it might be the heaviest I've ever been. Now it's been I did take a blood test as well, and he did find that I am insulin resistant, which means anything I eat gets turned to fat immediately, which is unfortunate. Now he has a solution to this, a medical solution. Hold on a second. Can I just see the cat's bowl goes off at 6 p.m. So I got to let them come in or they're going to scratch the door. Let me close the door real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Radio. Just hold it down and make fun of me or something for a second.
I feel bad making fun of you because I actually like you. Okay,
I'm back.
Just cracking joke after joke. No, it's hard for me. It's weird because like when I have disdain for people, that's not necessarily true. I made fun of Johnny for being fat and I love Johnny. But it's a lot easier when you don't like them. But then when you're trying to be kind, and it's also like, this is uncharted territory for you. You know what I mean? Like if you were always just a fat sack of shit, then it would just be, par for the course. But I feel like you're running into a problem and we need a problem solved to get you out of that pickle.
Well, there is a solution. How about you
exercise more?
Well, I didn't really think about that. That is good advice. No, the solution is just take medicine, which is the one, the only Ozempic. My doctor wants to put me on Ozempic.
Dude. You know what? I'll refrain judgment. Everybody needs to just do what they need to do. How do you feel about doing that?
I don't want to do it. Listen, this man, I like my doctor a lot. And I still continue to see him, but he's wrong often.
When it comes to you or like in general?
This man told me back in a couple years ago, around this time, that there was solid data on this new vaccine that was around for this new virus that just came about. And it was good and I should take it. And I don't know about that. And he goes, well, listen. I'm not one of these guys that's going to tell you what to do. I can just tell you the data is sound. And if I were you, I would get this new technology, this new mRNA technology. I would take it and I would move on with your life because then you can move on with your life. You don't have to worry as much. And I said, okay, I'll think about it. And then I just never did that.
No, you showed him because you got the J&J, okay? You went Vector Willy. Yeah, you didn't need no mRNA, new whatever technology. You went old school.
I did one because I was forced to. We definitely spoke about that. And so he goes, listen, this medication it's sound. It's new. It's
Ozempic?
Ozempic. The data is there, you see. This new data is not only does it help you, Mosh Shelton, eat less, and maybe you'll be motivated to exercise more, especially if you take some phentermine and pile that on top of it. But maybe the data says that it will potentially reset what makes insulin in your body? Endocrine system? Is it something like that?
Your pancreas. Endocrine system is just hormone system, all the glands and everything.
Well, insulin's a hormone, right?
Yes, insulin is a hormone. Mm-hmm.
So it could potentially, there's data there that says it can reset your system and get rid and kind of bounce back some of that insulin resistance. And he also has a connect. He has a special connect because they don't cover. You have to be a type 2 diabetic in order to get Ozempic in the state of Florida. So
but you're considered pre-diabetic?
No, I don't think so.
Said that. I thought you just said that at the beginning.
Well, insulin resistant pre-diabetic?
Diabetes isn't like it's like once you hit a threshold of where like your A1C is over 6.5, then it's like you're diabetic. But it's a spectrum of, if you're 6.4, you're pre-diabetic, but as soon as you hit 6.5, then your insurance kicks in and now everything's covered because you officially have type 2.
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's like, yes, it's a disease, but it's more like a spectrum of metabolic dysfunction.
Mhm.
That makes sense. It's
So
diabetes isn't like you have it or you don't have it. It's this arbitrary threshold of like, now you have diabetes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. And I'm probably well on my way. Undoubtedly, I know my dad has it. So I mean, I'm definitely well on my way to getting there.
Yeah.
But so he's got this special connect. They don't cover it. Insurance won't cover it unless you're a type 2 diabetic in the state of Florida. But he's got his connect. It's only going to cost me 200 buckaroos a month, and we'll do it for like 3 to 6 months.
Did he recommend anything else? Like, does he want to see what you're eating? Does he not care about that? I'm not judging you. I'm more so judging him as a physician.
Listen,
is he asking you about your activity level? Like, is he asking any of these questions?
Oh, I can't believe he didn't recommend the Moss Gelatin, which was to eat less and exercise more.
Right.
I mean, and the way to go. But
you just assume you weren't gonna do that. Like, he's like, all right, well,
no, I did. And I also in fact, let me tell you this about, and I kind of brought it up for this reason, because I was exercising the other day. I went out because now the sun's out later. I went and exercised, and I did my push-ups. I did squats. I went for a nice brisk walk.
Good.
I hurt my shoulder so bad.
Walking?
No, doing push-ups.
Oh, okay.
I managed to complete my push-ups for the day, but I've hurt my shoulder. I was worried that I tore something in my shoulder. So now I'm getting to the point now where I'm too, and this is what he said. He goes, this
You're too fat to work out.
fat to work out right now because I'm old and it's hurting my body.
I think that should be the title of this podcast.
Work out, our weekly checkup. Maybe I'll combine the two.
Okay, all right.
We've got a lot of comments here. Yeah, and this is what I'm worried about too. Once you stop the 25 pounds, come back. I've heard that, but he goes, well, and I asked him that, and he goes,
what do you mean once you stop? Like, stop working out?
Stop the Ozempic.
Oh.
Stop the medication. He goes, well, maybe if you're motivated, you'll be motivated to keep it off, because I'd take 50 pounds off you. 50 lbs.
It's tempting, especially when you really don't have to like do anything.
But I've heard like it eats away at your muscle tissue, it eats away at your connective tissue. I don't want to do. I've pretty much accepted the fact that I'm just wearing a double X now. That's fine. No big deal.
I don't think that's should be your main concern. It's more like you don't want to die at 45,
I don't want to.
No.
I'm hoping, and this is what I was relieved too. Like moving in, I have a witness of things that I was eating, so I could tell that people thought I was lying, and I would tell them, like, Julia, my girl, has watched me choke down cottage cheese for lunch and have a little bit of fruit and have a cold vegetable juice, and now I got the confirmation that I have this insulin resistance. So he goes, the cottage cheese is just turning into fat.
No,
it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. And somebody said something about someone says don't get the Zemp. Okay, yeah. I heard it has awful side effects. I've heard that too. I've heard that you can feel the food going down your belly.
I love how you're getting advice from like the fattest people on earth.
No disrespect, Johnny, but yeah, you're fatter than I am. You can't give me advice. But I appreciate the comment. Joe, to the mess. We all know that. He wants to know what my A1C is. I don't know. I can tell you, Joe, maybe next week. There was another comment I saw that I wanted to.
Is it from the fat pig?
It might be. Very well, maybe. I can't find it now. But yeah, I hurt my shoulder so bad, so I haven't been able to do anything for a week. Like, it pops. I wonder if I can get it audibly. Do you hear that? It's popping right now.
No. Yes, I heard that. That's disgusting.
You did hear it? For real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
When you went like that, I heard it.
Yeah. So I don't know if I did something, So I can't do anything. I'm just gonna wear double X's. I don't want to take Ozempic. I don't really.
Should be a last resort, in my opinion. I'm not a physician. Obviously, take it for what it's worth. I do kind of pay attention to all these weight loss trends and stuff, but like you said before, 50% of the weight lost is lean mass. That's really not the direction you want to go. A lot of people's hearts seem to be exploding.
Yeah.
The negative effects, like whatever, you're a little nauseous, but you have diarrhea or whatever. But the lean mass deterioration, I don't like that.
No.
And I just, when you're messing with hormones and stuff, I don't know. And like Joe the Supermark said, what are you going to be on it forever? And then once you go off, you're just going to be motivated. Like that's going to come out of thin air. Like, oh, I'm so motivated. It's like, no, your appetite's going to come back and then you're going to want to eat. So,
yeah. Well, Joe said the fast too. And I've done the fasting as well. I've done multiple day fasts and they do work. You know, you come off and you're 6 pounds later, but then, you know, you jump, for me anyways, it jumped right back. And that's probably due to the, hormonal deficiency that I have now.
do you think that if you did more of like a standard, I don't know, 17-7, 18 or 16-8 split, instead of doing like a 36-hour fast and then eating?
I've tried that.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I just saw the Washington Post put out a thing that said that it's making people have heart attacks.
Yeah. I guess someone sent that to me like an hour ago. I saw it too. I read through the study. Again, a lot of those things are BS because it was over like 17 years. A lot of the people in the study already had cancer and comorbidity, so they were going to die anyways. It's really hard to isolate things that are not in the lab, isolate variables not in the lab. So, you know, read the study. You could kind of tear it apart if you want to. What I think is not plaguing this country or most of the first world is not eating. That's not plaguing anybody unless you're in, I don't know, the Congo or something, Yemen maybe.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, you could get data to say whatever you want. You can manipulate it by, you know, putting in people that have higher risks for certain conditions or whatever. And then all of a sudden people are dropping and then they just do the correlation is causation thing. And it must be the diet and not the cancer that's actually killing me. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things we've learned over the past few years is that these scientists tend to have the results. A lot of them anyways, they're not doing really scientific work. Many of them are doing political work, political activists. So yeah, it's a big problem.
That one for the fatties. That one was like, I don't like fasting and I'm going to do my due diligence to find evidence that it's killing people. When really it's the opposite, that people are overeating. And it wasn't even like extreme fast. Like if it was like people who do 10-day fasts are dying, like, okay. But it was like people who do 8 and 16-hour split are dying from cardiovascular disease. I'm like, what? That's barely fasting. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean?
You're up what, 12, 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day, maybe. So you're eating half the day.
Yeah, and it used that. It said 8 hours, those versus those who didn't restrict at all. So those that ate from the moment they woke up to the moment they went to bed were healthier. Yeah, okay.
Fat pigs. The fat pig has invented the perfect diet.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what that is.
Okay, here we go. Good one. That's good
okay.
In front of a mirror with his shirt off. I don't know if he's talking about me or him. Either way, I might have to seal his handle here pretty soon. The way we're going, I don't know. So, I was trying to find some actual content for us to talk about today, and I didn't want to just talk about my fatness or my shoulder. I wanted to talk about Joe Biden's shoes. Have you seen Joe Biden's new shoes, the Air Bidens?
Do they have like extra grip on them? Is that what I'm reading? Okay.
They were so popular, in fact, that Inside Edition, which I didn't know was still around, did a expose on the shoes. And I'm sure you didn't see it. You didn't see
no.
the Inside Edition piece, I'm sure. There he is. You can see that right there. There we go.
I can, yeah.
I like this comment too. Imagine being Inside Edition. This is a tweet from Nessakins _ Imagine being the Inside Edition employee that has to film his report, then model Biden's dumb effing old wobbly man support shoes. That's pretty funny. And here's the report. This is only a portion of it.
Many observers couldn't help but notice his footwear. Are those sneakers? Yep, They're so-called lifestyle sneakers made by Hoka, encouraging maximum comfort and support while walking or hiking.
And here they are, the Joe Biden sneaker. They're made by Hoka. These are called the Hoka Transport, and as you can see, they look quite comfortable. They have a wide sole, no doubt great for stability, and the president does have a history of stumbling.
Yeah, everybody. Did you see Trump sneakers?
Yeah, the gold ones.
Yeah.
Bubba's actually made his own and is selling them. I'm getting a pair in about a month.
Oh, he's making his own sneaks, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, these boys right here.
Air Bubba.
Would you rather have the Trump sneakers or the Air Bidens?
Well, I'd rather have Air Bubba's, but I actually am very interested in the Hoka brand. I've heard a lot of good things about Hoka, and I'd like to try out there.
When I'm exercising, yes, I said exercising. I have a pair of running shoes, and they are Hokas. Okay, they're very comfortable, and they offer a lot of support. They are absolutely hideous. I mean, they're really disgusting. They make me vomit when I look at them, but they are supportive. And, I have to face facts. I want to wear the nice thin Nikes that look great and have like they don't have a huge sole on them.
You don't have them like next to you, do you?
I could probably find them. No, I don't know where they are because
all right.
I can. Well, hold on. I'm gonna have to get up.
That's okay.
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself exercising. Poor Will. You see his ugly ass shoes. Oh dear. Let's see.
I actually don't have. I lied. These are the Brooks running shoes.
Those are not ugly. It's not bad.
I guess they were my old ones. I haven't been running in a while. So yes, Mosh, I haven't ran in a while. Okay. I admit it. My old ones were Hokas. That made me think about the best like dad shoes of all time. And what do you think? What do you think? I mean, like, there's a shoe that is probably everybody's mind.
Dad at a barbecue, white Reeboks.
Oh, that's not the one what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you which one I was thinking here. Let me go scroll back up here. Reeboks, you say? Are you talking about these?
Or maybe it was New Balance. Maybe I'm thinking New Balance. That's definitely not it. I think it's the New Balance shoes. Yes. I'm sorry. I got the brand wrong.
These are good. These are great shoes.
Okay.
Right here. I mean, I would wear these. These are classics.
I'm thinking more like chunky. Like, yes.
These are what I was thinking.
That.
The Nike Air Monarch was that 4 training shoe.
Ain't no one training in that shoe.
I am heading that way because I'm going to need support for my 260-pound frame.
Yeah.
Do minuscule things. I'm going to have to be mowing the lawn or, just going to get in the mail.
Tucking in your polo.
Yep. Yeah. It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah, it is.
Were these the ones you were thinking of?
No. Mine were, they kind of looked more like the Nike, the first ones you showed me.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's chunkier than that. It's like chunky. Like, do you remember Jerry Seinfeld during Seinfeld? And he'd walk in with those monsters.
Yeah.
Those stompers. You know what I mean? It's just like it pops in the worst way. Yeah.
I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. The crazy thing about these is that they're ugly, but they're $200. And you can only get them at New Balance. And dads must just like eat them up because they they like, and then they roll with it. But definitely for me, when I think of the Air Monarchs for the dads, these are more reasonable. You can even get them for $55 at Zappos.
Ooh, dads like that. Dads like a deal.
They like a bargain. They like a bargain. So they'll load up. They'll load up and get like multiple pairs at a time, and that way they won't have to buy shoes for forever. Really. Mm-hmm. But there's these. There are the Hokas. This is what that I did have for running.
Like that color and everything?
Yeah, they were very bright and they were very, very chunky sole.
Why the brightness? Like, why did you have to go in that direction?
I think it's just a design choice.
Okay.
They go with. They said these are hideous. You can
buy them. Why did you buy the bright ones? Did you just think that'd like be good for traffic? Like people could see you?
No. I'll tell you, just like anything else, they were cheaper. They were on sale.
Say no more. That was a dumb question.
Yeah.
I apologize. Yeah, I get it.
They're not cheap. We're talking 145 bones here for these ones right here.
Yeah.
And obviously they're hideous. And I see a lot of old people wearing hokas because they have, much like Joe Biden, the Air Bidens, they are hokas.
Maybe that's why I'm attracted to them. I like things that I like old man style for some reason.
It's coming back. I've never heard of Solomon's. These aren't that bad. They look a little more streamlined, but hideous. No, not getting those. I actually kind of like these.
Is that a woman's shoe?
No, I think it's a man's shoe.
I love Asics, by the way.
Asics are
my
great.
favorite band. Yeah.
Actually, I have no hate. I would wear these and no hate for these. Those are the best ones. These are great. I was kind of disappointed to see these on the best retro dad shoes, the Lifestyle Club C85s. I actually think I have a pair of these somewhere. Those are great shoes. They look good, nice and white.
Classic.
This is what
That's what I was thinking of. New Balance. Yeah. The crop trainer. See how chunky it is? There's no shape. No. It resembles the body of the person who's wearing it. It's just this shapeless blob. Not you. Not you.
No.
That shoe. Yeah.
But it is the Air Monarch. I mean, it is the same. It's just New Balance's answer to the Nike one. It's exactly the
style.
Same exact style. Dads wouldn't care. I mean, you could get, and these are more reasonable here, 76 at Walmart, 61 at Amazon. They're a little bit more than the Air Monarch, which are the OG. But if you're in a pinch, you can definitely pick up a pair of these 608 V5 cross trainers, and you're going to be in good company. Dad's going to love it for Father's Day. When is Father's Day?
It's around June 21st, whatever that Sunday is usually.
We got a while to go, yeah. Skechers, don't know what anybody's doing with the Skechers. They shouldn't. Nobody should wear these. Those are hideous.
I don't like black rubber around the rim of the shoe at the bottom on any shoe. Even black shoes, I still like the white trim around it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
This is Puma's answer, $43, much more reasonable and probably better looking. That's not a bad looking shoe. What's your feeling on these aren't Crocs necessarily, but they kind of have that Croc feel. Are you
I don't understand them. Are they Crocs or are you going running? I don't know.
In general, these aren't the Crocs. These aren't Croc brand.
No,
these
I know.
Chain Revive, whatever that Revive. But I just want to know your thoughts on them, how you feel about them.
I don't feel good about them. I'll say that.
Okay. Yeah, I caught myself looking at a pair and them being half off and being like, well, they're half off. I should get a pair for around the house. I heard they're really, really comfortable. Katrinka loves Skechers. That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all.
What's wrong with Skechers?
What's wrong with Skechers? Didn't I just show you what's wrong with Skechers? That's what's wrong with Skechers right there.
I mean, they don't all look like that. Those are just some slip-on willies. Yes, you garden in those.
Those were the original. You know how bummed Skechers was when Joe Biden didn't pick these shoes and he went with the Hokas for his shoe endorsement? They were like, we have been catering to these old dingleberries for 20 years. We tried the hip way. We tried to put lights in our sneakers and little kids wore them. And then they grew up and then nobody was buying them. And it was a generational thing. And then they went, who do we go to? They said the parents. And then they started making shoes like this. And that was their market. So that Skechers pushed hard to sign Joe Biden for that sneaker deal. And Hoka beat him out. This is the movie, the Air Jordan movie that was on Amazon. It's part 2. It's signing Joe Biden. What was it? It was called Air, right?
Yeah, with Matt Damon. I didn't see it, but I know of it.
I can't wait for another 20 years or 30 years to pass after Joe leaves us and everybody, all these other politicians that are creeping on death's door, and they make a movie about Skechers trying to sign Joe Biden for his sneaker deal. That is going to be entertaining.
It is. And what I really appreciate about whoever is really in charge is that they weren't like, maybe we shouldn't have this guy in office because he can't walk properly and he's mentally slipping. They're like, he just needs new shoes. Like, that's it.
You got to get there.
Solution. It's not his brain. it's his shoes. He needs different shoes. And then you're like, oh, my bad.
These passed up. These are classics too. Outside of the Air Monarch, I think these are at the Rockport Eureka walking shoe. Those must have been another strong contender.
I feel like you can only wear those with like black socks.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it's like, there's a certain type of fellow that wears those like oversized khaki pants with the polo tucked in. I guess it's the same kind of look as the Air Monarch, but it's just a different guy. It's a different.
No. The Air Monarch guy and this guy. This is when that Air Monarch guy gets dressed up. So the khaki shorts become khaki pants, but same polo and everything. But he's like, oh, I'm gonna dress it up and wear black shoes with white socks.
That's right.
Yeah.
These are definitely number 2. These are the Air Monarchs, and then these when you go to the steakhouse. When you go
when he goes to Outback.
Yes.
That's what he's wearing.
That's what you want. You want to get the bloomin' onion, and you want to get your Rockport Eureka walking shoes on, and you want to have a night. You want to have a margarita, and that's what it's all about. These seem like young people's shoes, but they're hideous. Don't like those. The Saucony Jazz Originals, I mean, those are kind of classic. I wouldn't really call those dad shoes. I don't know what that is. No. Everything's ugly. Have you noticed that?
Like people or just the shoes?
People without question are ugly. But
people are getting uglier.
Everything's getting uglier.
Like, do you think people are getting uglier?
Everything's getting worse.
Because they show pictures of people from like the 40s, the 30s, and the 40s, and it just seems like they have better bone structure. Even though the medicine, wasn't as good as it is today, it just seems like they just looked healthier, better. Well, also they weren't 1,000 pounds by the time they were 18, so that probably helps. A bit more chiseled. Men that were 18, 19, like looked like men, unlike today where you look a little,
yeah,
live in your mom's basement, like, you know what I mean?
Well, people were eating less and exercising more, undoubtedly back then. But there's like everything. Fashion's just gross. It makes me barf. Any new buildings are gross. They make me barf. I'm looking at potentially getting a truck because I want a truck, a pickup truck, and I
remember when he used to have one, and that guy kept ruining it.
No, he did, dude. That guy his name was Eddie. He was a very loyal listener to the program, and he was teetering on the edge when we met him. Like he was a little off kilter. Then when COVID happened, he lost it. He lost his mind. He became a COVIDian type of dude. He was filming himself getting groceries, like yelling at people for not being 6 feet apart and how it's causing people. Like he went absolutely bananas, but he was a mechanic and he came to my house multiple times. I patched together that little S10 pickup truck that I had on the low. Bless him for that, because that really did keep me afloat. I couldn't afford a car repair at that point. I mean, I could barely do it now with 2 full-time jobs, but I mean, back then he took off the whole axle off my truck the parking lot.
I remember saying, do you want to ride home? And you're like, I'm okay. And I was worried. Usually the way you're worried about a female being alone with a man is how I felt, because I knew that he wasn't right in the head.
And I hope he's okay. I mean, he did help me out a lot, and I do appreciate that always. But I remember he did really go off the deep end there. But I was looking at these new trucks, and they're all barf. They all look like minivans in the front, which is like a truck bed on. The design's gross. There's just circular and aerodynamic. I just want a nice square, boxy kind of old school pickup truck. But then you run the risk of buying an old truck and then you can't get parts for it. I don't know how to fix it. And Eddie's off in La La Land. Who knows where the heck he is? So he's not coming to save the day anymore.
No.
And so I can't really do that. So I'm just forget it. I don't want to drive an ugly truck. And the trucks are gross.
Ugly.
Our city. Circles, very curved. Everything's curved. It looks like a sedan, but with a truck bed. I don't like it, and I know they do it because it's green. It's green energy. It saves you a gallon of gas a year. So we made it a little bit more aerodynamic, but it's just worse.
Yeah,
your aesthetics and what you're looking at, and just the shoes. Trump's got better shoes. We learned that, but the Air Bidens, they're good for them, but they're aerodynamic, they're circular, they save a gallon of gas a year. And that's where we're at. Like that's what we're looking at now. It's just a dang shame. I feel bad about it. You got to go.
I
right?
do.
What do you
Yeah.
got to go for, by the way? Is it private? I didn't even ask.
No, it's not private at all. I'm going to my second jujitsu class of the day.
Oh man, you gonna start competing or what?
Huh? No. I got tapped by a white belt today, and I was like, I need to go. I suck. I need to go back. So that was at noon. And funny enough, I went to a gym in Tampa, and this guy was subbing. And now I'm going to go to a gym in Lake Clearwater, and it's going to be the same teacher. Oh. So I'll be like, hey again. Yeah. But it rattled me in a bad way. So I was like, all right, let me just step up my game. I've been doing this, I feel like I have been doing it for 2.5 years, and I just feel like I suck. So I'm like, I need to step it up and get better so I can not hate myself when I go to bed.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure for our weekly checkup here this week. You can catch me on the weekly checkup on Saturday. On the bone. Actually, I think I'm going to be doing 2 hours on Saturday from noon to 2.
Okay.
I have to confirm that, but this Saturday I think I'll be on the airways by myself. I won't even have Isaiah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
one-man show.
One-man show.
Do you think it'd be weird if I called in?
I wish I could. I was thinking because it would be nice to get somebody to on the air to talk with during that time.
Do you want me to just say I'm someone else?
I'm trying to think of a way we could do it. Like nobody's there on the weekend. We could put you in a mask or something.
Yeah, I mean it's not illegal for me to call. I got fired. I'm not let inside the building, but
I bet you I'd get in trouble if.
Yeah, you would. If you knew it was me and you set it up, they'd be pissed. But
yeah, I'd be in trouble. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do noon to 2 on Saturday. So see you there, everybody. Thank you, Anna.
Thanks, Will. I'll see you later.
All right. Goodbye. Bye. Enjoy your class. There she goes. Anna Hummel, everybody. Wow. Let's scroll up here, see what we got before I go. And we are live right now. By the way, I'm saying this for later. That we're live on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. on willsyoutube.com. Lots of comments. I like that. Thank you, everybody, for the comments. That's nice. That is nice. Mosh wants the Bidens, the Air Bidens. I do too. And what else we got? Can I give my opinion of the Air Bubas? I haven't seen them, but if I see them, I will give my honest opinion. Definitely. And going down. Please wear flip-flops. Okay, done. I actually do have the I'm kind of ashamed. I do have the Birkenstocks now, but they're very comfortable and I just kind of wear them to run outside with. Not a good looking shoe though. Not a good looking shoe. I guess that's it. I don't know. What else we got? Walking on air. Thank you. Yes, that's right. We are more fake and overweight now. Yes, that's right, Neil. We are definitely. Thanks. Thank you. All right. That's it. We're going to get out of here a few minutes early. I'll see you on Saturday, noon to 2 on the bone. Probably. We'll see. I got to confirm that. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.